Hello again, happy stampers. This is Kate with Kate's Paper Creations, ready to bring you another video, card making video with using products from the current catalogs from Stampin' Up, both the annual catalog and the most recent mini catalog and the current celebration catalog as well, where you can get some free products with your orders for the next 2 months, January and February. Also wanted to let you know that I am interested in hearing from you as to any kinds of techniques or things that you'd like to see here. I want this to be relevant to you. And I'm always looking for little tips and tricks along the way to show you. So if you have anything you want to see here, let me know. Leave a comment below. Okay, today I am going to make this card right here. And when I saw this stamp set, Friendly Hello, I saw these little birds and it immediately made me think about this one that we have that's still available, Birds and Branches, and it's a bundle. It was a bundle. It's now available in 2 separate things because it originally came out in an annual catalog from 2020, I believe. But anyway, yeah, 2021, yeah. Anyway, that inspired me to think about doing something with this set. And so this is what I came up with, and I'm going to share with you how I did that. So I'm using that stamp set, and then we'll talk about colors and stuff in a moment and measurements. And then I also embellished with a few, if you can see them right here, with a few of these brushed brass butterflies. I am a big fan of bling without bulk, and these fit the bill. They are very, very thin. Okay, I don't know if you can tell, just very, very thin, and yet you get the whole concept of the bling, and they're beautiful. I will definitely be buying more of these. You will probably be as well. These are going to be a staple that I'm going to kind of stock up on a little bit so that I don't run out of them after the catalog goes away, because I'm really a fan of those. Okay, so that's what we're going to be using. We are using from this Birds and Branches. I should show you. We excuse me, we are going to be using this, my little messy thing there, this die cut from the Birds and Branches. Okay. Okay. So we started with, get my pieces out here. This is Mossy Meadow, I believe. Yes, Mossy Meadow, 5.5 by 8.5. I didn't score. We're going to just fold it in place, do this, and do this. There we go. There's our base card. It's going to be side opening, and that's called an A2 card. The next layer is basic white thick, regular, basic white regular. And open up my drawer and get my adhesive out. This is Stamp and Seal. Really good sticky stuff. Works good. It's the next layer, and it is the 4 by 5.25. So it leaves that 1/8 inch border around that you see. And let's get that on there. Put that on next. And I do it like this. I don't know, well, maybe I'll get a little higher so you can see. And I line up my edge and top and bottom, and then typically once I have that in place like this, I can lay it down and the rest just falls into place. So for those of you that might have a little trouble getting things straight. Then the next layer is Pale Papaya, and it is 3 3/4 by 4. You know, next size down. So yeah, this was 4, so this is 3 3/4. This one was 5 1/4, so now this one is so this one's 5. Okay, don't mean to be confusing. We've got 3 3/4 by 5. Yes. Okay. There. nice and clear. Clear as mud, as some people say. Okay, and again, it's going to leave an 1/8 inch border. So we will just go ahead and attach that and get that lined up with that border and lay it down. There we go. There's that. The next piece is the next size down, and so that is going to be, and I wrote this stuff down, 3.5 by 4 3/4. So that's going to be the next piece right here. Okay, I'm not going to attach that yet because I can't remember exactly. Then I took a piece of, I had it laying out here, I was going to show you. Here it is. Stampin' Up! Sells foam adhesive sheets. They are about 4 7/8 by 4 1/4 square. I put a piece of basic white on one side. You peel away the sticky protector and put your cardstock on it. And then you can put your die on top of that and put it through the Stampin' Cut emboss machine. And it creates, if you were just doing paper only, it would create something like this. But because it's on the foam, you're going to get this where it's thicker. Can you see that? And so that'll give it the raised look that you see on this card. Okay, and so just wanted to kind of reintroduce you to that. And I think, yes, I think I can go ahead and attach because it's going to go on there similar to this. Okay, and it's got that backing on there, and all you got to do, it's a little bit trickier with the more delicate piece here, but is peel that backing off. Before we do that, let's go ahead and attach this. Keep life simple. How's that sound? And that's good enough. It doesn't need anything more than that. And we will get that aligned. And there's that piece. So that's pretty simple for the basic part. Then we're going to peel the backing off of this. And it's coming off very easily. Actually didn't give me any grief at all. So now it's sticky and ready to be stuck to the card. Now on this card, I got my edging off a little bit. And let me show you what I did, how I made these. It's kind of, well, yeah, I did, okay, we're okay. Somehow I managed to damage part of mine, and so I turned it this way and I covered up the damaged part with my artwork. But originally my idea was to put it like this, but now that I see what I did, I really kind of like it, so I think I'm going to stick with it this way. And the idea is just to line up the edges. Just be careful, you'll be fine. Lay it down slowly and easily, and there you go, it's raised. Isn't that lovely? Oh, I just love it, and it creates some dimension without being too bulky. It's just awesome. Okay, for the bird, I just stamped it with Memento black ink, and I'm going to be coloring it with Blends pins. And I'm going to use Pale Papaya on my flowers. I'm going to start with the light color. And since I try to do some of this die cutting and stuff off screen, it helps keep the video from being too awfully long, and you don't have to listen to me reach across the desk here and do more. We've got a little more time to just enjoy the coloring. Now I stamped this and cut it out. If you were doing it at home, you would probably stamp it, color it, and then color it, and then cut it out. It's just for the sake of the video, keeping the length under control, I wanted to go ahead and I just fussy cut this out. Obviously there's no dies for this, at least not yet. Maybe they'll surprise us later on. But for now, there's no dies. So I colored them with the pale papaya light, and then I'm coming back with the pen end of the pale papaya dark and adding some shading here to my flowers like that. And then you can come back with the light again and kind of just blend it in so it's not quite such an abrupt, because the alcohol inks will blend like that. It just kind of helps blend the coloring in so it doesn't look quite so abrupt. And I'm happy with that. I think that looks good. So there's the flowers. And then for the leaves, they're mostly black because of the design of the stamp, but I'm using some Mossy Meadow, and I'm going to go over them anyway. The white parts of the leaves will then be green, and so it does add some color. And as you can tell, I just don't worry too much about being absolutely perfect. Okay, there's that. Then I brought in just a regular marker and used the pen end of Early Espresso for the stem. Just like this. And I wasn't too worried about getting it like totally covered. You can see, if I get it maybe close enough, you can see how I've left some white showing. It just adds more texture to the stem, makes it look more like barky, if that's a word. And so that's how I did that. And then for the birdie, I used crumb cake, and I think I used light soft suede. Yeah, let's light soft suede. I'm going to start with that, see if I like it. I'm going to put that up here on the head. And I'm going to kind of feather it out just a little bit. That'll kind of blend in a minute. And then I'm going to use some crumb cake, and I'll probably try light on the chest here. It's just a little bit different color of brown. I'm not sure about that. I might just go ahead and crumb cake all of this, and then let's see, we can add some accent color. That's just almost too close to the same color, isn't it? So let's go with, let's try, this is the dark soft suede. Let's try that on the Birdie's head. I want it a little more distinct. I can never remember. Sometimes I get these kits together, to be honest, and then it takes me a while to get to them and make the videos, and so then I'm out here trying to, and you know, I'm not an artist. Some people are just so gifted, and they know how to shade and all of that, and oh, bless their hearts, I wish I could do that, but I just do not have that skill. And so I just do my best, and we'll just keep playing with it till we're happy with it. That's just a little too abrupt for me. Well, I think my first bird was better. But you know, it's just kind of the nature of the thing. We'll go back really light and add a little more shading here on the wing so it's distinct from the breast portion. And you know, something I've done in the past, maybe I'll try that, is I've taken the color lifter that comes with the blends pens. I don't know if you've ever done this, but you can actually use the color lifter and kind of push it. It doesn't take it away, but it pushes it away. Let's play with it. What have we got to lose, right? I can always recolor. That didn't help any, did it? Well, it was fun to try. Let's go ahead and bring back some color here. Oh, you know, in a way, it's kind of helping. So yeah, don't be afraid to experiment a little bit. I think I do like that list a little bit better. So there's my birdie. It's all done. So now I want to attach this to the card front. It's going to go right about here. And so some of it's going to need some dimensionals behind it. And so let's get those over here. I can use a regular sized dimensional behind the head part, I can tell. Gotta wait for that, the blends pins to dry, because if it's got moisture in it, your dimensionals won't stick so well. And let's see, if I put it like this, I could put a dimensional here on the flower. I think it'll still be okay. I haven't peeled the back off of that yet because I want to make sure. Yep, that's going to work. And then I've got some mini dimensionals here. I can put one on this flower here. And I think that part's going to be good. Yes. And then I think I'm going to want to try and support these leaves. And I think a mini dimensional will fit on this one leaf without showing. I think that's going to be okay. Yes. And then that little leaf, probably going to have to cut something really tiny. So let's just cut off a piece of the edging here. And it's tiny, which is what we want. A little tricky to mess with here, but we'll get it. And let's turn it over and see. Yes, that looks good. Okay, so then let's go ahead and attach our bird. And actually, the way I put it, didn't really need dimensional behind that, but it came out okay. I'm thinking that back here I'm going to need something under this bird's tail, and I'm going to cut another skinny piece. That might be too long, but we'll see. And we're gonna put that behind the bird's tail. There we go. That supports the bird's tail. So that's okay. That looks all right. There we go. And then the happy birthday is in that stamp set. Hope you have the best birthday. And for this card, I'm going to just stamp it with the Pale Papaya ink right onto the card front. Just like this. And there we have it. And then we just need those butterflies. We'll attach some of those butterflies. I used my pokey tool. And it doesn't matter where you want to put them, you know, that's totally going to be up to you. Tim and I watch this cooking show, and this guy always has these cute little quips that he says, and one of these days I'm going to learn how to do that. But there we go. There's some bling without bulk. It's got enough bulk with the raised stuff. And there are today's cards. Let's get them right in the middle where you can see them. And I think they're lovely. I hope you do too. Let me know what you think. And welcome back to Stampin' Up! All right, been a month since I put any cards up, so here we go, January. Glad you stopped by. Have a great day.